Afternoon. What's going on? My name is Keith Gibson, and I am the host of Spomotics. That is Spomotics. That is Spomotics, not Spagamaggets, not Spogamogets, but Spomotics. It's sports, moves, and politics. And today is going to be episode 96 of Spomotics. 4 more episodes from the big 100. I'm excited about that. 100 episodes, almost here. But you know what is here? It's playoff football. Playoff football is back and football is here. I'm loving it. My Giants are still in the playoffs. They're in the divisional round. I'm excited about that. I'll tell you who I got today and tomorrow. It's been a great season for my Giants. I just wanted to share that. It's going to be some good games today, though. The first game at 4:30 is going to be really good. Kansas City and Jacksonville. After that game will be the New York Giants going to Philadelphia to play the Eagles, which the Eagles are the number 1 seed. Also, tomorrow's games are really going to be good. The first game at 3 is going to be the Bengals versus the Bills in Buffalo. And the nightcap is going to be the Cowboys facing San Francisco in San Francisco. It's going to be a good game because the 49ers are hot right now. And, I still have the 49ers and the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl. That's my teams that I have. Unfortunately, my Giants will not be there this year, but that's all good because they have really gone beyond expectations, and I'm excited about that. But that Bills and Bengals game might be the best game of the weekend, I believe. Boo. Boo them Buffalo Bills. Yes. What's up, Will? What's going on? There's going to be some good games this weekend, and I'm excited. But let me talk about today's games, and then I'll go over tomorrow's games as well. Now, the first game that I was talking about, which starts at 4:30 today, is going to be the the Jaguars going into Kansas City to play the Chiefs. And, they played, I think it was week 10. It was week 10 that they played each other, and Kansas City came out and won that game by 10. It was 27-17, which was a close game. I know that the Jaguars, they didn't run the ball great that game. Also, I know he threw some interceptions, and also in that game they missed two field goals. So they missed 2 field goals, but they lost by 10, which could have been a lot closer if they would have made the field goals. Now, of course, they're saying that they're more experienced now going into Kansas City since they played there in week 10. And they're coming out and they think that will make a difference. Trevor Lawrence and Jacksonville, if we remember last week, they were down by 27 points to the LA Chargers and came back. Now, I'm not a genius, and I don't claim to be a genius, but I will say this. If they get down 27-0 to this Kansas City team, I promise you they will not come back from this one. Trevor Lawrence cannot have 4 interceptions in the first quarter and think he can just turn it back on in the second half against this Kansas City team. Now, this is one of the teams that I have going to the Super Bowl, the Kansas City Chiefs. And they had a bye. They are fresh. I think Jacksonville needs to get off to a quick start. And with that running game, I think they need to just keep, if they want any chance, they need to keep my homeboy, Baby Goat, and the Chiefs off the field. They need to keep them off the field because I'm trying to tell you, the first series, Kansas City is going to score a touchdown. I promise you. It's just going to happen. Now the Chiefs, one thing that Jacksonville has for them, that's going for them, is that the Chiefs are the 18th ranked passing defense. And that unit has allowed the most passing touchdowns with 33. So that could work in their favor because we know that Trevor Lawrence can throw the ball and he has some good wide receivers. But what Jacksonville needs to understand is that they got Patrick Mahomes over there. And whatever you throw at them, you can blitz them, don't blitz them. They're going to get the ball off and they're going to make big plays, especially with Travis Kelce. Now, I said this early in the year. Like, I know that the cheat is not playing with him. I get it. But the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. And as long as they got Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and them boys over there, I promise you, this game won't be close. Now, I think Jacksonville might pull it off. You think so? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Let me tell you why. Even though I know they got Doug Peterson over there, and that's a good coach, and he took Philadelphia Eagles to the Super Bowl, and they won the Super Bowl. I get all that, great coaching, but let me tell you, it's something about these Chiefs, and I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is, but they just click. And it don't matter who plays against them, they just click. Now, I know that they lost to the two teams that are playing on Sunday. They lost to the Bills and they lost to the Chiefs. Zay Jones is much better in Jacksonville than in Buffalo. I agree. And the thing about that is, which you're absolutely right, it's just something about Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. Like they have this. Well, first, Andy Reid had extra time to game plan. Now, if we know Andy Reid and we remember him from Eagles, I'm gonna go back to the Eagles. I think he's only lost 1 or 2 games after a bye week. I believe that, and we can look it up, but I believe Andy Reid, after a bye week, he doesn't lose that many games. He doesn't lose that many. I'm gonna say either 1 to 3. I believe he's lost bye games after bye games, and that's it. But I think it's going to be too much Mahomes. Mahomes is a MVP candidate, and he should win the MVP this year. But Trevor Lawrence did earn some respect last week. Of course, throwing the 4 interceptions, but then coming back and throwing 4 touchdowns. And that's never been done in a win before. So, but I will say this. I'm not going to say it's a blowout. I'm not going to say it's a blowout like 57. I think it'll be close at the beginning. But I think Mahomes, Andy Reid, that offense, that defense, they'll catch on to what Jacksonville's doing. And I believe that Kansas City will win. And I'm telling you, Kansas City will score 35 points in this game. They'll score 30 or more. So I'll say 31. I'll give them 31. But I believe the score is going to be 31-17. I'll say 31-17 to Kansas City. (31-17) Kansas City. And you know what? Another thing is in the playoffs, you have to know how to run the ball. If this was any other team, and I know that the Chiefs don't really run the ball consistently. I mean, they average four and a half, maybe yards per carry. But it's eighth in the league, though. But I'll tell you this: if they're up 27-0, I promise you, Kansas City will know how to milk the clock with a big lead. Like these other teams, I don't know what the Chargers were still doing, trying to throw the ball when they're up 27-0. I'm telling you, each play would have been a run, and we're gonna chill for a little bit, let the clock run. Like I get it. I get it if you're up by like 2 scores and you're like, okay, we don't want to be too conservative. Like I get that. But if you're up 27-0, you have to in the second half, you have to be very conservative. Just run the ball. If you want to throw, if you have the need to throw the ball, throw a screen. This should be the Chargers playing today. There's no way in hell that Jacksonville should have came back from a 27-0 lead. I just don't understand that. And I know everybody was talking about, the coach should be fired. The coach should be fired. I mean, the head coach, I get it. But the head coach, he's a defensive coach. Like, he's not, And so it's good that they fired the offensive coordinator. I get it. Somebody had to be the scapegoat. Wow, large spread. Haven't played in 2 weeks. Make it or break it. Hey, what up, Kane? What's going on, man? Yeah, they got a 8.5 point spread. I mean that's Kansas City though, and like I said, Kansas City and Andy Reid after a bye. I promise you, he's only lost about 1 to 3 games in his career. Like he just doesn't lose after the bye week, and there's a reason why. And he adds all these plays. Like you saw them boys just playing around with the Raiders the last game, doing the little circle, the little merry-go-round thing, and they still scored if it wasn't for a holding penalty. They scored on that. This mastermind of Andy Reid, like Andy Reid is a great coach. Like even though he didn't get it done with Philadelphia, which I believe they went to 4 straight NFC championship games and lost, or maybe didn't lose. I think they went to 1 Super Bowl in that one. That's when they went to Carolina. I mean, that's when they played Patriots. I believe that was it. Was that? Did they play the Patriots? Yeah, Philly played the Patriots. That's when Terrell Owens. That's right. But man, I don't know. I thought it would be more than that. I thought it would be a double-digit spread. But they say about all these teams that go into the bye and they go into the bye week and they're kind of sluggish. There weren't any major injuries with Kansas City, I believe. They'll be fine. They'll be just fine. But I really think that the passing, the offensive passing of Kansas City is going to shred Jacksonville's secondary. Like I really do. Like it won't even be. I know the score was 27-17 last time they played in Week 10. I promise they'll score 31 this time. They'll score 31 this time. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good game. But that's what I have. I have the Chiefs, and I have the Chiefs 31-17. You know what? I'll do 31-20 this time. I believe the kicker will make a field goal. So I'll say 37-20. I'm sorry, 31-20. All right, that's what I'll do. All right, let's get on to the next game. The next game, my Giants will face off for the 3rd time this season against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, being a Giants fan, I'm not going to be a homer. I'm not going to do that. But damn it, I love the matchup with these Giants and the Eagles. I mean, but the Eagles got a squad. I mean, even their special teams is good. All right, even their special teams is good. Uh, what can I say about Danny Jones though? What can I say about Danny Jones? Danny Jones played a hell of a game last week. Just think about what he did last week with his legs. He played like Hurts. He got 7 first downs with his legs on third down. Now, can you just see how many extra possessions that Daniel Jones' legs got last week against Minnesota Vikings? I mean, that's that. If Daniel Jones does not get those first downs with his legs, that's 7 punts right there. Now I know I get it. Jalen Hurts is hurt or his shoulder. I don't, I get it. But I believe he's had a whole month now. And I'm sure with all those shots. Now I'm not saying that it's 100% healed, but it's, let's just take it like it is. I think he will come out there. He's going to be very strong to start off the game. I mean, they got one of the best wide receiving cores in the league. Daniel Jones ran for what, 706? I want to say 706 yards this year, and Hurts was right there. He had what, 760. I mean, he missed 2 games. He played the last game against us. I know he didn't look too good, but we had our backups in. I'm sure they had some backups in, so I'm not going to even. I love when Tom Coughlin played that last game. Now, I was at that game. I was at the game when Tom Coughlin, New England Patriots was 15-0, and I was in the Meadowlands, and I went to that game, and we had them beat, and Randy Moss, and I was sitting right. I wish I could see the film again. I want to see if I can see me in the stands, but I was right there, and we were so close, and Randy Moss, Tom Brady threw that bomb to Randy Moss, and it broke my heart that day. I'll never forget it. But I love the approach that he had. He just wanted to play his players. We play to win, blah, blah, blah. That mentality took them to the Super Bowl to meet the Patriots again and beat them this time. Because I think that with their starters in, they got a key of, look, we can play with this team. We can play with this team. And I wish that the Giants would have did that last game. And I know injuries happen. Like, I get it. I just wish that they would have played against the Eagles that game. Because I think we needed that experience, that boost that we can play with these boys. Now, even though the second string, they held their own, but I'm sure that the Eagles didn't play everybody. I mean, I know they played everybody in the first half, which they didn't score any touchdowns against us that first half, except for one. I think it was 19-3 at one point going into the fourth quarter, and we made a little comeback. But so it's hard for me to say this. It's so hard. It's so hard for me to say this. I just don't think it's the Giants' year this year against the Eagles. And everybody's saying, oh, the divisional game. I believe we beat the Eagles 3 times in the season one time. And that's when the playoff game, that is, what is the white corner? Jason Sehorn. If you remember, Jason Sehorn had that ridiculous pick 6 when he was like on his leg. It was on his leg, and then it bounced up, and then he went back and caught it and ran the pick six. And that was a great year. And that's the year we beat the Eagles 3 times. Boy, I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, because I know that the Giants, they say that the Giants are a hot team right now. My Giants are hot. They played Minnesota, which is like fool's gold, because I never trusted Kirk Cousins. That's the reason why I didn't want to play 49ers in the first round. That's why I was hoping that Green Bay beat them week 17. I was glad that they beat them. And then the 49ers beat the Raiders, which was really a close game. I was scared. Because I thought that the Raiders were going to win that game and we were going to have to go to San Francisco. But everything happened for a reason. The Giants got to play Minnesota. I'm scared of Slayton sometimes. Slayton just, I don't know. Like, I don't know if his mind just, I don't know. But they were playing the game. It was 3rd and 15. And we had the perfect play. And Slayton was going down the middle. And he missed the ball. He could have still been running. They didn't have any more. They didn't have any more timeout. Minnesota didn't have any more timeouts, and Slayton just missed the ball, which gave Minnesota an opportunity to come back. Now, luckily, with the defense was playing great, that they didn't come back. But Slayton did that before in week 1 last year against the Washington team. We could have sealed that deal wide open in the end zone, and he just missed it. Like, he does this all the time, and it's frustrating. And I don't think he should be there next year, even though he had a hell of a game last week. But at the same time, like, you can't do that. You can't be missing these balls, man. And these cornerbacks from the Eagles, that is a tough squad. That's a tough squad, man. This is a tough game for the Giants. And I know Daniel Jones, he's playing some of the best ball he's played in, and I know it's hard to beat a divisional rival 3 times straight. Like, I get all that. I mean, I really want to be wrong about this. I really want to be wrong, but Brown and them boys, them wide receivers, like, it's gonna be tough. And I hate the Eagles. I hate the Eagles more than I hate the Cowboys. But I'll give it up for Coach DeBall, though. I really hope that he gets Coach of the Year. He has really turned this team around. He really turned this team around, and look, it's going to be a tough game. I believe it's going to be a good game. Like, and this is going to be a good game because both teams are at full strength. All right. Now, I know, like I said before, Jalen Hurts is a little hurt, a little nicked up. I get it. It's really going to be a good game. We had no answer for Philly's offense when we played in week 14 with our starters. And we allowed them 437 yards and 48 points. They scored 48 points. I think the talent is just too, that gap is just too big for tonight. Now, I know I just read this earlier today that the Giants are on a 6-game win streak against number 1 seeds in the playoffs since 1990. All right. So that 1990 squad, which went to the Super Bowl, that beat that number 1 49ers team. Like, I remember that. And that was when we won the Super Bowl in 1990 against the Bills. That team was an awesome team. I mean, that 1990s team. I I was what, eighth grade when the Giants beat the Bills. That was the Whitney Houston Super Bowl, and um, I remember. And I know. Look. I just have a good memory sometimes, but I remember when it was Monday Night Football. I'll never forget this. I was so excited. The Giants were 10-0. We were playing against the 10-0 49ers. Excuse me. We were playing against it. We were both 10-0. And we lost that game on Monday night. But I remember we went to Dairy Queen. Went to Dairy Queen before the Monday night game. And I always wanted to get a banana split. So I got a banana split that game. And it was a huge banana split. I'll never forget that. My mom was like, not going to finish eating that. I think I did, though, but just to prove her wrong. But that Giants game and oh, hey, what's up, Keith? What's going on? Yes, we do need to. Oh, my goodness. Like, let me tell you something. And I was just talking to my son about this before. I'm gonna call him Joe. Joe Shane is really, really a nice piece to have as a GM. A nice young piece as a GM who knows football. He was the assistant general manager for Buffalo from 2017 to 2021. And now he's the New York Giants GM. It's like a breath of fresh air from Gettleman. For somebody who knows. Let me tell you how great Joe Shane was in his decision making. Now, there was a point in time when we lost mostly all of our wide receivers. All of the wide receivers were lost this year. And he had the balls not to even pick up. We could have picked up somebody from free agency, or we could have made a trade. But he stuck with it. He was patient. He was like, look, we don't have all the weapons right now. Let's not force something, give up some draft picks. Let's not do that. Let's be patient. Let's wait for the draft. We'll pick up some wide receivers. But let's be patient. Let's work with the wide receivers that we do have, which is a great call. Because at first I was like, what the hell is he doing? Then he traded Tony. And now I get it now. I mean, sometimes I wish we had Tony now, but there was something going on in that locker room with him and Tony and the Giants, so they got rid of him. So with him and the ball, I think that's a great match with those two. And I'm telling you, the Giants they're gonna make some noise in these years. And I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a big Daniel Jones fan at all. I'm not gonna lie to you. Throwing too many interceptions, it was crazy. Keon, week 2, but facts. It was week 2? Okay. Thank you. What up, Keon? What's going on? It was wait, Keon, you said what was week 2? What was week 2, Keon? But so yeah, Giants GM gets a lot of the credit of what the Giants are doing. A lot of the credit. But I'm telling you, this Darius Slayton, man, he scares me sometimes. Even when he has some great games, but he had a great game last week, but it was just that one mishaps that he had. I don't know. He was just looking down. I don't know what he did. Perfect thrown ball from Daniel Jones, and he just missed it. But anyway, but here's my prediction for the Giants game. And I hate doing it. Oh, my goodness. I hope I am wrong. I hope I am wrong. That's all I'm saying. Oh, God, I hope I'm wrong. But I got the Eagles winning this game. And I will say the score will be 26-20. Eagles. Oh, God, I hate doing that. But the Giants will be back. I just, I don't know. It's just something about the talent. It kind of I know this game reminds me of when the Giants played the Cowboys in the divisional round, and that was the Terrell Owens when he was crying game, and they were the number one seed. Cowboys were the number one seed, and the Cowboys had already swept us during the regular season. It reminds me of that. It was just that the talent on that team with the Giants were just like they can go up against anybody. And that front four for the Giants that year was just great. And I know we got Dex and Williams, and they're balling. Like I get it, but I just think that the Eagles are just too much. And Isaiah Hodgins, yeah. Isaiah is look. Let me tell you this. I know he came from Buffalo. I don't know why this young man didn't get any burn, but I believe he came off the practice squad of Buffalo, and he had. And you know what? You're right. So he did get a wide receiver, and he got him off the practice squad. But it wasn't like a big move. Wasn't a big move, but that was a big move to us because he's one of the hottest wide receivers that the Giants have. I mean, hands. He hasn't missed a pass this year. He has not missed a pass this year. What up, V? What up, Vern? What's going on? Man, I appreciate it. Thank you. And good luck to y'all tomorrow, too, man. Good luck to y'all tomorrow. But I have the Giants losing this game by 6. All right. I got the score 26-20. I hope I am wrong about this because I don't like the Eagles, and I don't like the Eagles fans. All right. I don't believe the Giants are one game away from the NFC Championship game, which blows my mind, man. Blows my mind. All right, so that's that game. That was hard to do, man. But that was that game. Now here's the game that I think is going to be the game of the weekend. All right. Now I believe all these games are going to be good, but I believe that this is the game of the weekend. And that's hard to say when you got the Giants and the Eagles and you got the 49ers and the Cowboys playing. Like, so this game is the game of the week for me, for the weekend, for me. The Bengals versus the Bills. Now, of course, we know maybe about 3 weeks ago, of course, the terrible incident that happened with Hamlin. And thank God he is back, playing. I mean, not playing, excuse me. But DeMar Hamlin is back out. He's, like, doing much better now. Because that was a scary situation. I mean, they had to give this young man CPR twice. But now they have a game that they have to play now. Now, both of these teams, the Bills and the Bengals, they struggled last week. The Bills struggled against the Dolphins. They struggled against the Dolphins. You said week 2. The Washington game when Slayton dropped that wide open pass. I thought that was week 1 of last year. Check it, Kia. Check it. I think it was week 1 because I think that was the opening game. I think that was the game we played on. It was the. You know what? You're right, Keon. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right, Keon. Because it was the first Thursday night game. You're absolutely right. Good job, Keon. Don't be checking your dad like that. Yes, you're absolutely right. It was week 2. It was the first Thursday night game. Oh, yep. Then You're right. It was the Broncos game was week 1. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That was the second. That was the second Thursday night game. You're absolutely right, Keon. Good job, buddy. You are absolutely right. See what happens when your sons think they're so smart? Yes. But yes, he is absolutely right. Don't be checking your dad on his show. I hope that you're wrong about the Giants. Hey, what up, Camille? Yeah, me too. Me too. I really do. But Eagles are just a strong team, man. I think we're up and coming, but the Eagles are there. But the game of the weekend is going to be this Bengals Bills game. And I said the Bengals struggled against the Ravens. Look, if it wasn't for a bonehead play by that quarterback for the Ravens, we would be saying the Ravens at Buffalo, because Cincinnati didn't have a clue what they were doing on offense. And if it wasn't for that long fumble recovery for a touchdown, this game, I mean, the Ravens were right there at the 2-yard line. I mean, you have to be smart in that. Don't try to be a hero. And why wouldn't you use your best running back? I mean, it was just coaching lost that game for the Ravens. And they had a backup quarterback, but he was balling a little bit. Dumb plays, though. Dumb plays. So who's going to win this game? Cincinnati and Buffalo. We wanted to see them both play that week, that Monday night game. I think that was going to be a great Monday night game. It was turning out to be that way. It was 7-3. Bengals. I mean, Bengals just have so many weapons. They have so many weapons. It's hard not to go for this Bengals team. Like, it's hard. But something's got to give. They're both on long win streaks. Now I know they got the Bills at 5 points. They're giving the Bills 5 points. Bills are the favorites. I don't know. Now I know they're playing at Buffalo now. I think that they would just, whoever was at home, they would just give it to them. Now we know how important this game is to everybody. But just imagine this. Let's say that the Bills win this game. If the Bills win this game and Kansas City wins, they're gonna play in Atlanta for the AFC Championship game, which is a bunch of BS, if you ask me, that they shouldn't have did that. I think that was a dumb move. Excuse me. I hate when I be drinking on. My bad. But I'm losing my voice. I think that's a dumb move. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna do it, right, then why don't you just play at a neutral site on an outside field? They're both outside. They both play on the outside. I don't think they should have did it in an inside fit in Atlanta. They could have found a better place. Maybe Green Bay. I mean, hell, they both get cold. And these fans travel. Like, these Bills fans, they go everywhere. Bills Mafia travels well. Kansas City, they travel well. But let's not get beside ourselves, because that might not even have to happen. Because I don't see the Bengals losing this game to the Bills. I just don't. Now, the little part that we saw on that Monday night game was the Bills only scored a field goal, but it looked like Cincinnati was just cruising. Equal distance between the two. I get that. I get that. But I think they should have played in a on an outside field. Where would be close? I mean, Atlanta. I mean, Tennessee. Hell, had a game in Tennessee. That's all I'm saying. It's an outside game. It would have been an outside game. Would have been in Tennessee. Still get a little cold, but whatever. I guess I just hope it doesn't happen. I don't think it's going to happen because the Bengals, I think they're going back. I used to think the Bengals are going back to the Super Bowl. They match up so good against Mahomes and them, man. And I know everybody wants to see the rematch with the Bills and Kansas City. But I just don't see it happening. Now, this is the only reason why I think the Bills could pull it off is because Cincinnati has injuries across their offensive line. They got some shaky pass protection now. I'm not going to lie to you. They got some shaky pass protection. You said it's not going to happen. It's not happening? Well, I get it. I understand what you're saying. I know you're a Bills fan, and I get this. But that damn Josh Allen is turning the ball over a lot. They had a sloppy performance against the Dolphins, who should not have been in that game at all. It shouldn't have been a 3-point win. It should have been a blowout. Miami had their third-string rookie quarterback, Skylar Thompson. Just imagine if Tua was in that game, a healthy Tua was in that game. Josh Allen turned the ball over too much. What, 3 times? He can't do that against his Bengals team. And then let's look at Cincinnati. I mean, if it wasn't for the turnovers from Baltimore, they scored 13 points off their turnovers. But Cincinnati got turnovers. It's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be. That's why it's so great, because these are 2 great teams. They're gonna be going against each other, but they haven't been playing great. Now I get it; they're on win streaks, but it's like the Bills are winning, but it's like they're surviving. No. And that's what I said. The Bengals did not play great. And I said, if the Ravens would have scored that touchdown, I would have been saying Ravens at Bills. Of course, yeah, the Bengals didn't play great. Their offensive, their line is not that great. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough, but I'm just going to go by this. I'm gonna go by this. The Bengals have too many weapons, man. Bengals have too many weapons. Chase is a monster. Look, all I'm saying is this. It will be a good game, but I don't think they were gonna win that Monday. The Bills were gonna win that Monday night game, and I don't think they're gonna win this game at home. I'm talking about in the playoffs, though. He had a lot of turnovers in the playoffs. He was looking like Josh Allen when Josh Allen first got to the league. He's running too much. Josh Allen is running too much. He needs to throw that ball. And I don't think he can do that against this Bengals team. I don't see it. I don't see it. I just it's gonna be tough. And then the defense. I don't think I don't think the defense can guard Higgins and Boyd and Taylor and Jamar Chase. Like I don't think they can do it. I think the boys going to spread it out, and they're going to take advantage of. They're already missing a starting defensive player. Von Miller is out. But yeah, like I said, we shall see. We shall see. But and who knows? Maybe the Bills and the Bengals, maybe they were just playing down to their competition. Maybe. I think they're all going to give it on the line. They're going to give it all on the line tomorrow. I really do. But so I'm going to go with my score. And Will, like I said, look, Will, I might be wrong, and I promise you, I like the Bills. I like the Bills. It's just this matchup with the Bengals. Now, if the Bills can get to the quarterback, if they can get to him, they got a shot. Because, like I said, that offensive line for the Bengals is not right now. But damn, if he gets that ball off to Chase and Higgins, I mean, Higgins was about to go off on that game on Monday night. I mean, they were just pew, 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 just going down the field. And if it wasn't for that unfortunate incident, that happened, I don't know, man. It's my Bills against the world. And that's the mentality that you should have. You're right. That's the mentality that you should have, man. All right. But for right now, I'm going to Bengals. And this score is going to be the Bengals 30 and the Bills 28. That's my score. Bengals, look, it's going to be a good game, though, man. It's going to be good. But I'm going to tell you what. I know that Leslie Frazier, the defensive coordinator for the Bills, is going to keep them in this game because he's excellent at scheming pressure. And he confuses quarterbacks. He does. Because he confused the hell out of Mahomes when they first played this year. So I get it, but it's going to be a good game. And Burrow better come to play. But he has full complement of all his weapons, man. It's going to be tight, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And look, it's a close game, but Bills deserve it. Bengals deserve it. They both played a hell of a year this year. Bengals started out a little slow, but then they kind of heated up. And the Bills started out fast, then slow, then fast and slow. But they picked it up. They're both on win streaks. Something's got to end on Sunday. It's going to be good. All right. So I got the Bengals winning that by 2, 30-28. All right. Now I am undefeated last week. I haven't lost a playoff game yet. I haven't picked a playoff game yet. You really don't want to pick the Bengals. I do, man. Bengals are gonna be tough. Bengals are gonna be a tough out. They really are, man. They really are. All right. Oh, playoffs. Good God. So let's see. This is the last game, and last but not least. And this is a great rivalry. All right. Dallas Cowboys, San Francisco 49ers. I mean, what's not to love about this game? Dallas is 12-5, 49ers 13-4. 49ers got a rookie quarterback in that's playing out of his mind, got 6 wins straight, like no losses. He's 6-0. Dallas Cowboys coming off a shaky Week 18 loss to the Washington Commanders, almost in the Commanders, right? Commanders. Then they turned something on against, we can say, an old older team with a 45-year-old quarterback. We can say all that. Cowboys still play their game. Everybody came to play except the kicker. What the hell was he doing? I've never seen anybody, not even in Pee Wee, high school, middle school, miss 4 straight extra points. Good God. That's going to be scary. This is going to be a good game. It's going to be close, man. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to be completely honest. Now, I know because I know that the Cowboys are hated where I live at. I think the Cowboys are going. I think the Cowboys can pull it off. Prescott played a hell of a game last week. Prescott threw 4 touchdowns and he went 25 for 33. He wasn't missing. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. Mr. Irrelevant means you are the last pick in the NFL draft. So now are we saying that Brock Purdy is the one? History lesson. Who was the last backup quarterback to win a Super Bowl? Does anybody know? Yeah, Malika, I said it. I said it. I think they have a shot. I'll tell you why. I think they can get to Brock Purdy, man. I think that there's something about that front four for the Cowboys that I really think they can get to them. And that damn Micah Parsons he's like an Energizer bunny, man. He is like an Energizer bunny. He's everywhere. Now, everybody compares him to the great Lawrence Taylor. And they should not. Now, that's a fact. They should not compare him Eagles quarterback. What about the Eagles quarterback? We're going to see. I have picked the Eagles to win 26-20. And I love my Giants. And like I said, I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But Michael Parsons for the Cowboys, I saw him that game, and every play he was just pew, 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 like he was in there nonstop. Now, if he does that to Brock Purdy, a rookie quarterback, I think this quarterback now Brock Purdy has a lot of weapons. I think what they'll do what the 49ers need to do is not keep them back there too long. Just do some quick passes. You got weapons now. And Debo is back. It's going to be a tough game. It's really going to be tough, man. I would keep it out that young boy's hand and just let him run it. I think that's the only shot. Now, if this was another quarterback back there, I'd be like, yeah, I get it. I let him throw it, but I don't think they should. And I really think that and I hate saying this. Goodness gracious, because that means Purdy in that first half of the Seattle game last week, that first playoff game, first round, the wild card game, he struggled a little bit. Now, I know he scored some touchdowns, but he struggled a little bit. And you can't struggle against this defense, this Cowboys defense that everybody's picking to lose. And when you have a team that everybody says you're going to lose, something happens, man. It all lies on Prescott. Prescott, though. What's Dak going to do? If Dak throws some interceptions, some pick six, and I don't think he'll throw a pick six, but if he throws interception or if he gets confused, I mean, I'm talking about Dallas's defense. Let's talk about this 49ers defense. Wait a minute, man. Before I get on this Dallas gonna win train, let's talk about this 49ers defense that is just look, all I'm saying is this. San Francisco is ranked 20th in passing defense. All right. If Prescott is hot like he was on Monday, 49 is going to be in some trouble. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm picking I'm picking the 49ers to win. The reason why I'm picking the 49ers to win is because I said it would be a rematch. It would be the Kansas City Chiefs versus the 49ers in the Super Bowl. Another reason why is because this 49ers defense is just crazy. And I would love to see the 49ers play the Eagles. I really think if my Giants don't upset them tonight. But I would love to see the 49ers and the Eagles. I think that's as much of a equally matched game as we're going to see all year. And the only strengths that the Eagles might have against them is the quarterback. Hurts over Purdy. That's all day. It's going to be fun to watch. I had the 49ers winning this game. It's going to be a hard-hitting if you like old school football, this is going to be a hard-hitting, going after the quarterback game right here. But I got the 49ers winning this game. There's no 30 points in this game. I don't see it. I have 27-24 49ers. I have the Cowboys being hot and taking the lead at one point. But that 49ers defense is too much. I'll tell you something, though. This 49ers team better not let Dak get hot. If he gets hot, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And hope they kick him, Brett Mayer. I hope he makes some damn extra points this week. Goodness great, that was embarrassing. But I got the 49ers winning 27-24. All right. Look, everybody, that is my show for tonight. Oh, what up? And I didn't even see you on here. You said Giants and Chiefs, stop it. And if the sorry ass Cowboys play like they did on Monday, they do have a chance. They do. And Purdy is a quarterback one from here on out. I mean, is it the system? Because if you put Brock Purdy anywhere else, I don't know. I don't think he's that dude. I don't think he's that dude. But we're gonna see. But yeah, if the Cowboys, if they get off to a strong start, it's gonna be good. I wish the Giants and Chiefs were in the Super Bowl. Now that would be great to watch. That would be awesome to watch. But look, y'all, that is my time for the night. I gotta find what we're gonna do for tonight. What we're gonna eat. What we're gonna do. What we gonna do. All right. But I appreciate everybody coming on. Sis, Malika, thank you for coming on. Camila, thank you. Big Will, good luck tonight, tomorrow, man. I appreciate you coming on. Susan, let's go, Giants. I appreciate you coming on. Ed, I appreciate y'all. Keon, I appreciate you, buddy. I'm gonna call you for the game. I'm gonna let you. All right. All right, cool. I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all for coming on, man. I appreciate it. Watch these games, man. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be some great football on. All right, love y'all. Peace.